Hi everybody, another day distance learning. This video, shout out to my babies at home. I love you guys and I miss you. They requested that I do a drawing of a still life for a video. So we're going to get into that in just a second. I decided to create a still life of a spoon. If you don't know what a still life is an artwork that's created by looking at inanimate objects and creating an artwork from observation. So really we're going to focus hard on looking at the spoon rather than drawing what we think a spoon might look like. Also, I don't want you to get discouraged if you've never made a still life before, because it takes practice, and the more you try it, the better you'll get, I promise. Also, don't worry about the smudges on your paper from your pencil until the very end, and then you can just erase them all. Also, I love you guys. I hope everything's going all right, and please let me know if you have any requests for videos, and let me know what you think of this video. I'll chat with you soon. When I'm drawing a spoon, I like to just start with like one line. I call it like the line of symmetry, because a spoon is symmetrical. If you look at it straight on, you know it. You could cut it down the center and it's the same on both sides, or I guess mirrored. So I like to do a line of symmetry. I do this when I'm drawing basically anything symmetrical. It just like reminds me to check on both sides of the line to kind of make sure it's in the middle, right? Something like that. And then I'm going to start with just like this kind of oval shape. Oh, here comes Nova. Come here. So I need to also make sure I'm looking at my spoon, because remember, when we're drawing or painting something from observation, you actually want to look at that object, just because, I mean, I could draw like a quick, cute little spoon, but at the same time, if I want it to look really realistic, then I want to make sure that I'm actually looking at my thing. So I'm going to make the kind of, this part of the spoon, which is kind of like a triangle, but then it also kind of comes out on both sides of the line of symmetry there. As it gets down to, it looks like about there, it starts to get just a little wider. And then at the bottom, it has like a kind of a rounded, wider part. The reason I wanted to do a spoon is because most people have spoons at home. From this point right here, I'm just going to kind of like let it meet the bottom, and then I can always like add in those like extra little curves later. And then where this goes to there, I'm just going to kind of like make that at like an angle, gradually go out until it meets that point. So there's like the beginning stages of my spoon. It's not amazing, but whatever. Could be worse, right? As I'm looking, I think this part of my spoon needs to be a little bit wider. Okay, so now I just want to start like figuring out where all of these like dark parts are, as well as these super bright highlights. I know like you can see my fan right there. This is probably me, including my background. But those little like weird, really shiny parts, those are the things that are really going to make it look like realistic. So I want to just, I'm going to first start just by like circling and outlining where all of those things might be. I like to use my eraser as a drawing tool as well. So it's almost like I'm reverse drawing. And don't worry about all the smudges because you can fix those later on. So I'm slowly making this step darker as I go. Again, just like that painting before, I like to make things lighter and then slowly just kind of darken all of my values. So if those highlights are bright white, then everything else needs to not be that bright, if that makes sense. So right now I'm just like using like a regular basic pencil. If you guys only have like a mechanical pencil, I know a lot of my students love mechanical pencils. You can do this with mechanical pencil. It might not look as smooth, but coming from like an artist standpoint, I love it when drawings look kind of like scribbly and when you can still get those values without blending it so it's really smooth. I love that. I love, love, love that. One of my professors in college always said that first you should be able to make value by using a pencil rather than using your finger to make smudges and to blur those lines, and I never forgot that. It just shows like, you know, a little bit more skill. So now I want to make the shadow. It looks like there's a shadow here. I hope you liked that still life, you guys. Let me know what you're going to do for your still life. I'll see you next time.